Hey everyone. So it looks like I saw, I guess, a week or so ago that Tame Impala, there's a new album out, and it looks like, from what I see, this album is called Deadbeat. And let's see what we got here. I'm trying to just see what it says. Kevin Parker, known as Tame Impala, had a daughter and a son earlier this year. Explaining how his experiences shape his newfound life as a father. Okay, so I think I read a few little things here and there about maybe this is like kind of a little bit of a different vibe than his last stuff. So let's see. Hopefully this playlist is. All right, so I think this song here, "My Old Ways," is from there. So let's take a listen. Big old 24 track.
Into my old ways again.
That's a cool way to start.
Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again. Thought I would never go back, but just this once. A little present for holding out so long. I could not bear the thought of it 2 days ago. Don't think I would forgive myself. I tell myself I'm only human. I know why I said never again. Temptation feels like it never ends. I'm sliding, only noticing now and then. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways. I know what's coming, so shocking. Always fucking up to something. Eagles strumming, should be stopping. Eagles nothing. I know what's coming, it's so shocking. Always fucking up to something. Stories swapping.
Man, I like that. I really do like that. Um, that was really good. It gave me a Tangerine Dream vibe. There was something about just that little ostinato figure going on with the chords, the one minor to the five minor, going back and forth. Very cool. Let me look at the lyrics here. Back to my old ways again. So here I am once again, feel no good. It must be out of I must be out of excuses. I knew I would. Feels like it came out of nowhere this time. I wish I had someone else to blame. I tell myself I'm only human. I know I said never again. Temptation feels like it never ends. I'm sliding and powerless as I descend back into my old ways again. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. How many of us have agonized over, behavior that we felt that we may have outgrown or we may have moved past and find ourselves sliding back into it, whether it's, reacting to certain triggers or, just bad habits. So I like that. I like the idea of this song. I like the way, I just like the whole treatment of the subject matter. It's really good. Let me see what else is going on here. I thought I would never go back, but just this once, a little present for holding out so long. I could not bear the thought of it 2 days ago. I don't think I would forgive myself. I tell myself I'm only human. It almost sounds as if, like you're falling off the wagon or something like that. This verse. I know I said never again. Temptation feels like it never ends. I'm sliding only to notice it now and then. Back into my old ways again. And I love this bridge part. I know it's coming. It ain't so shocking. Always fucking up. Something. Ego strumming. Shan't be stopping. Here goes nothing. I like that part. The way it kind of goes and goes and goes and builds up. It's so cool. I like it. And I like how the song builds. When it first started, I thought, this is so weird. It just sounds like, when you're writing a song, you're sitting at your, I had an old piano growing up and I would sit there and write songs on there and you're hearing all the other parts in your imagination. And when he started out like that, that's kind of what it reminded me of. And I thought, well, this is pretty stripped down and pretty bare bones. That's I wonder where this is going. And then you hear the treatment. So you hear like the demo, the germ of the idea starting out, and then you hear the full produced version of it. So I like that. I thought I got a big kick out of that. I thought that was pretty cool. Let me go back to the let's go back to the music here, and let me get back. I think it shot up to the next video. Let's go back here. So let me hear. So it, B minor. So what would that go to? That'd go to an F minor? That's kind of what it sounded like. So it was like. Well, that's really. So let's do it like this. It's a little bit of a. Let's take a listen to that. That's a little bit of a finger twister for a non-keyboard player. Oh, much easier. It's not playing the full triads. That makes it easier. Maybe. Cool. That's just so simple and cool, and it's just like the motor that pushes everything forward.
So here I am once again, feeling good. I must be out of excuses, and I would. Just like it came out of nowhere.
It's almost as if he took the demo and started the song with the demo. Ooh, so what did we go up here? Did we go up a whole step there? That's kind of what it sounded like. Hard to tell. Now back down. Cool, so I went up a whole step. Now he's changing the bass note to the 5.
Back into my old ways.
I gotta see what those were.
Back into my old ways again.
Oh, it goes up to the 3rd there. Did I miss that in the beginning? Did I not hear that in the beginning? Maybe.
Back into my old ways again. Thought I would never go back, but just this once.
Just love how it builds.
Present for holding out so long. I could not bear the thought of it 2 days ago. Don't think I would forgive myself. I tell myself I'm only human. I know why I said never again. Temptation feels like it never ends. I'm sliding, only noticing now and then. Back into my old ways again.
I think it went up to an E flat minor, then down to a D flat. I'm not sure. I gotta listen to that again. Interesting. I like this. God damn, that's so good. Love that. I love that I know part. I love that little electronic percussion there. Just keeps getting more dense and more dense. That's nice. Nice. Sounds just improvised. You know, it sounds like it's not worked out.
I said never again. Temptation feels like it never ends. I'm sliding, powerless as I
Yeah, right. E flat, D flat there.
descend. Back into my old ways again.
So effective. Back into the original key. Back into my old ways again. Very cool.
My old ways again. Back into my old ways again.
That's nice. And those upbeats. That little arpeggiated thing. Yeah, that little arpeggio going there.
Back into my old ways again.
And I love the video. The video's so cool. I love this ending. It's just, I love music that makes you think. It just, there's something about it that just makes you think. It's almost, it makes you kind of introspective. You look at this and you listen to this and you go, you know, wow, that reminds me of something in my life, or even if it doesn't consciously make you feel that, there's some resonance, there's something that vibrates something in your past or something that can relate to this, even though you may not consciously know what it is, but it conjures up some sort of emotional connection. So I like this. I like this song a lot. There's certain songs that when you're, at least for me, when you're really stressed out uh, over life in general, a lot of times I'll turn to music. There'll be certain songs and certain music, even just certain genres that inspire me and take my mind off whatever stress loop that's playing over and over in my head, and somehow that the music kind of stops that loop from playing over and over and over, and you find some kind of solace in the music. This is that kind of music for me. So yeah, I like everything about this. The first time I heard Tame Impala is the song "The Less I Know, the Better," and it's a song that I've heard like in passing, and I always thought, what a cool song! What a cool song! And it wasn't until Allie was like, "Oh, you got to listen to this song," and as soon as I heard it, I said, "Oh, I know this. Well, I've heard this song, and I always wondered what it is." And so I've really grown to like this artist, and I just, like I said, I read a couple of things online where some people were like, this album's different or this or that. You know, that could be. I don't know enough about his past stuff to compare this to, but I'll tell you one thing. I like this. I like this song a lot. This is something I want to hear a lot. I want to listen to this in the car. I want to listen to this at home when I'm chilling out or doing something. I like this. So I can't wait to hear more of this album. I think it's going to be great. So Tame Impala, My Old Ways, and the official video. So hopefully this doesn't get blocked. Sometimes when we show an official video, we get some issues with copyright problems, and it's not often the music. It's usually the video. The copyright owner of the actual video itself will be a little less willing to compromise over the copyright, what they perceive as a copyright strike or copyright infringement. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, cool tune. I really, really like it. I'll see you in a bit.